Adventure Time is an animated short created by Pendleton Ward, as well as the pilot to the Cartoon Network series of the same name. The short follows the adventures of Penn, a human boy, and his best friend Jake, a dog with magical powers to change shape and grow and shrink at will. In this episode, Penn and Jake have to rescue Princess Bubblegum from the antagonistic Ice King. Adventure Time first aired as a standalone short on Nicktoons Network in January 2007, after which it subsequently went viral on the internet. As of April 2008, the pilot has had over 3 million views. It was then re-aired as part of Nicktoons Network's Random Cartoons series showcase on December 7, 2008, subsequently leading to the creation of the animated series. It was nominated for an Annie Award for Best Animated Short Subject. The short and the later produced television series share elements, but the two differ slightly in setting, conception and continuity, especially in regard to the post-apocalyptic setting, which is only featured in the television series. Plot: the short focused on a boy named Penn and a dog named Jake as they learn from the Rainicorn that the Ice King has kidnapped Princess Bubblegum, in the hope of marrying her. Declaring that it's adventure time, Penn and Jake set off to the Ice King's mountain lair. Penn and the Ice King fight while Jake remains outside flirting with Lady Rainicorn, ignoring the battle. Just when Penn seems to be gaining the upper hand, the Ice King uses his frozen lightning bolts to freeze Penn in a block of ice. For unexplained reasons, this transports Penn's mind back in time, and to Mars, where he has a short motivational conversation with Abraham Lincoln. After being told to believe in himself, Penn's mind is returned to the present, where he breaks out of the ice, just in time to see the Ice King fly away with Princess Bubblegum. Chasing after him using Jake's extendable legs, Penn rescues the princess from the Ice King's grasp. Jake pushes the magical crown off the Ice King's head, thereby removing the king's source of power. The Ice King then plummets off-screen, yelling a long list of complex threats of things he will do when he returns. The story closes with Princess Bubblegum giving Penn a kiss. He enjoys it, but is also greatly embarrassed by the act. He attempts to leave, but Jake claims that they have nowhere else to go and that there are no adventures that need them. However, some nearby ninjas are stealing an old man's diamonds, and they both run off in pursuit. Characters: Penn, one of the two main protagonists of the short. According to Ward, he is a little boy, who is just hanging out. For the television series, he was renamed to Finn. The character would also go on to be voiced by Zach's younger brother Jeremy Shudder. Jake, the other main protagonists of the short. Jake is Penn's pal, according to Ward. DiMaggio would voice the character in both the short and the later series. Princess Bubblegum, Princess Bubblegum is the damsel in distress. Voiced by Moss in the short, Bubblegum would later be voiced by Hynden Walk in the series. Rainicorn, Rainicorn would later be renamed Lady Rainicorn for the series, and would be voiced by Korean storyboard artist Nki Yang, rather than D. Bradley Baker. Ice King, the main antagonist of the short. Ward later called him a nut bar in an interview. Kasser voiced the character in the short, but Tom Kenny would later voice the Ice King in the series. Production: Adventure Time was created by Pendleton Ward. The short style was influenced by his time at California Institute of the Arts. Adventure Time was Ward's first job in animation after he graduated from Cal Arts. Ward had been contacted by Eric Homan, the vice president of development at Frederator Studios, after Homan saw one of Ward's films at a Cal Arts animation screening called The Producer's Show. Homan told Ward that he should consider pitching an idea to the Frederator incubator series Random Cartoons. Ward spent approximately 1 to 2 weeks storyboarding the outline for Adventure Time. He described the process as exciting, because he was jumping into it not knowing whether he would sink or swim. During the initial storyboard pitch to Frederator Studios, Ward brought a guitar and played the episode's theme song. Frederator's CEO Frederick Sabert was initially disinclined to make the short, feeling it was too much of a student film, and without much commercial appeal. Longtime colleagues, development executive Homan and production executive Kevin Calder, convinced him otherwise, arguing that Sabert had actually laughed in the presentation, something that he did not often do. Frederator approved the pitch, and Adventure Time soon went into production. Ward hired several of his recently graduated Cal Arts friends to work on the short with him. Neil Graff was tasked with coloring, Julian Norino was the background designer, and Adam Muto drew the props. Graff and Norino later got jobs with other series and studios King of the Hill and Leica Studio, respectively, but Muto continued working with Ward and currently serves as Adventure Time Show's co-executive producer and showrunner. The finished short ran for 7 minutes, and production wrapped up in the spring of 2006. Release and reception: Adventure Time first aired as a standalone short on Nicktoons Network on January 11, 2007, and it was re-aired as part of Frederator Studios' Random Cartoons on December 7, 2008. In between airings, it leaked onto the internet and went viral. According to Frederator Studios producer and founder Fred Sabert, the short, between all of its distribution points, had been viewed almost 3 million times by April of 2008. The feature was later nominated for an Annie Award for Best Animated Short Subject, although it did not win. After its release and success, Frederator Studios then pitched an Adventure Time series to Nicktoons, but the network passed on it twice. The studio then approached Cartoon Network. The network said they would be willing to produce the series if Ward could prove that the 7-minute short made for Nick wasn't a unregistered trademark one-hit wonder. Ward quickly retooled the concept of the pilot. He wanted a potential series to be fully realized, rather than possess the preschool vibe that the original pilot had. Initially, Ward submitted a rough storyboard that featured Finn and an oblivious Princess Bubblegum going on a spaghetti supper date. However, the network was not happy with this story, and specifically asked for an episode that contained the same things that had made the short so special, like the crazy opening dance, the Abe Lincoln moment, funny catchwords, and the awkward princess kiss moment at the end. Ward then created an early storyboard for the episode The Enchiridion, which was his attempt to emulate the style of the original short. Eventually, Cartoon Network approved the first season in September 2008, and The Enchiridion became the first episode to enter into production. References: External links, Animation blog, Production blog, Adventure Time at the Big Cartoon Database.